The music world has been shattered by the brutal and heartbreaking loss of one of its most talented and rising voices. Talay Riley, the Grammy-winning British singer-songwriter whose smooth R&B vocals and powerful songwriting helped define the futuristic urban pop scene of his generation, has died at the age of 35. His death came not from illness, not from age, but from a horrific act of violence that left the entire industry stunned and grieving. On Friday morning, June 5, 2026, Talay was found in the garden of a property on Rayleigh Road in East London, suffering from multiple stab wounds. Despite the heroic efforts of emergency services, he was pronounced dead at the scene, and police have launched a murder investigation, with homicide detectives from the Specialist Crime Command leading inquiries. Talay Riley was born Mark Yinka Orabi on July 10, 1990, in East London, and from the very beginning, music was woven into the fabric of his life. He first remembers singing when he was just 5 years old, standing in front of the bathroom mirror and singing along to his older brother and sister's MC Hammer CDs. As a boy growing up in East London, music was always around him, and he was first exposed to the pop music of the early 1990s by his family. His greatest inspirations were the giants of the genre: Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Beyoncé, and James Brown. But he was never just a typical R&B artist. He proudly claimed a strong country influence from artists like Taylor Swift and Rascal Flatts, and he studied the biggest names in indie and rock from Coldplay to the Beatles, stitching together a truly universal sound that defied easy categorization. His breakthrough came when he was just 20 years old, emerging as an urban pop breakout star who wrote his first song at 17. Alongside Jay Sean and Tayo Cruz, Talay Riley was at the forefront of the British futuristic urban pop scene, a movement that blended the UK grime scene with the smooth R&B of Usher and Joe. His talent was undeniable, and his voice was unmistakable. He won a Grammy Award for his songwriting, a testament to the impact he had on the industry and the respect he earned from his peers. That Grammy was not just an award. It was a recognition of the work he had put in, the nights he had spent writing, and the dreams he had chased since he was a child standing in front of a bathroom mirror. What made Talay Riley so special was not just his music, but the person he was. According to a statement from R&B Radar, Talay was far more than the music. He was a brother, a friend, and a mentor, the kind of person whose warmth and generosity reached everyone around him. His kindness left a mark on countless lives, and his loss leaves a hole that will be deeply felt for a long time to come. He was the brother of producer Scribs Riley, and together they gave so much of themselves to their craft and to the people coming up behind them, lifting up a new generation of artists the way only someone with a truly open heart could. That kind of generosity, that kind of openness is rare in the music industry, and it is the kind of generosity that earns love, not just from fans, but from everyone who knew him. The exact circumstances surrounding the stabbing remain under investigation, and for now, that detail remains respectfully private, shielded by the police and the people closest to him. What is clear, however, is the impact of his passing. The music world has been flooded with tributes from fellow artists, from fans, from producers, and from people who grew up listening to his music and finding comfort in his voice. Some have shared stories of the first time they heard his voice on a track. Others have talked about the way his music made them feel when they were going through the hardest times of their lives, and still others have simply written that his voice was the soundtrack to their lives. Those stories are not just about music. They're about the way Talay Riley made people feel, the way he made them believe in themselves, and the way he made them feel less alone. For fans, Talay Riley's legacy will live on in the songs that defined a generation, in the tracks that still bring people to their feet, and in the quiet moments when they listen to his music and feel like they're being hugged by a voice that has been there for them through everything. He was not just a singer. He was a companion, a friend, and a source of comfort for millions of people around the world. He made love songs feel real, made heartbreak feel bearable, and made hope feel possible. That's the kind of legacy that can't be taken away by violence, no matter how painful it may be. His voice will continue to echo through the decades, through the radio, through the tracks, and through the hearts of everyone who ever fell in love to his music. Talay Riley's family has released a statement following the horrific incident, expressing their grief over the loss of the talented songwriter at age 35. They spoke of his love for his family, his dedication to his craft, and the way he made them feel like they were the most important people in the world. Those words are not just about grief. They are about love, about memory, and about the kind of bond that can never be broken, even by death. If you've ever been moved by Talay Riley's voice, if you've ever listened to his music and found comfort in his words, or if you've ever been touched by the way he brought so many songs to life, take a moment to honor his memory. Please like this video, and if you enjoy stories about the lives, legacies, and losses of the artists who shape our music, consider subscribing to this channel. Together, we can keep remembering the voices that taught us how to love, one song at a time.